Sounds good. Hey, it's Blastzone, Mike. It's Friday. I know usually at 8 o'clock this is when I do wrestling and all that, but I was able to get Dave, who everybody knows is Cinema Sickness, to be on the show. And I'm going to be talking to him about his massive library and his life of media and all that. So that's what we're going to do now. So, Dave, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. So you do wrestling usually right now?
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, yeah, usually I do wrestling.
Hold on, I just watched this.
Did you like it?
I did. It was a really good documentary.
You're not a wrestling fan, but you like watching wrestling documentaries.
I'm a fan of older wrestling. Because when I was young, I used to watch it with my dad, but that was like 80s and maybe like 91, 92. That was about it. Like once wrestling got really big with like The Rock and stuff like that, like I was already out of wrestling by that point.
Yeah, I watch it. I watch it religiously, man, and that's what I was watching before we came on. I was watching the catch-up things where I could see what was going on with all the other ones.
I love old school wrestling, Honky Tonk Man and all that stuff. Jake the Snake. And
if you like the Honky Tonk Man, look on YouTube and find his shoot interview.
His what interview?
His shoot interview.
Oh.
Okay, let me tell you the lingo. Okay, shoot means it's real.
Okay.
Work means it's fake. Okay.
All right.
But they do these shoot interviews with all these old guys like you're talking about, like Abdul the Butcher, Honky Tonk Man, all these guys like that. They do shoot interviews. And the Honky Tonk Man, every word he says is an F word.
Really?
And he talks about how he hates everybody.
Jeez.
Hates everybody.
I've heard the guy's kind of a jerk.
He's quite on that thing. I think he thinks he's Elvis. Really, I really believe that he thinks he's Elvis. But anyway, so let's
just talk about wrestling.
Yeah, let's talk about wrestling. Anyway, but so as anybody knows that watches your show or watches you knows that you've got a massive collection of DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, and every other kind of media you could think of.
Yeah,
it's
like 36 formats now, I think.
It's unreal. So let's kind of go back to when Dave was a kid, okay? Now, Dave, when you were a kid, did you get into this when you started watching like VHS? Did you like VHS at first, or did your parents have CED players, or what was it?
We had a VCR. My mom used to tape stuff off HBO all the time. So we had HBO and Prism back in the day, and we had many movies that were taped off it. I think the one I remember the most is Ghostbusters, because I always loved the music that would play during the credits.
Yeah.
So I would watch Ghostbusters, and I would actually watch the credits to hear all that music. And then right after the credits, Tales from the Crypt came on, and my mom caught like the opening of that, and I used to be terrified of Tales from the Crypt, so I'd have to make sure I turned the VCR off really fast so I didn't get scared.
Oh, that's funny. Now, do you have any of those VHS still?
No, those are thrown out years ago.
So,
yeah.
As we go along here, when did you decide that you wanted to have your own library like this?
I started collecting in 2001. Before that, I collected Pez dispensers, and I actually had one of the largest Pez dispenser collections in the world. And what ended up happening was I was really into it. I was part of the community. Went to all the gatherings and stuff, and it was great. And unfortunately, collecting got really, really popular, and Pez started putting out less and less dispensers and more collectibles and novelty things like plates and T-shirts and Pez alarm clocks and stuff like that. And at that point, it kind of lost all its fun for me because, those novelty things were cool. I didn't mind picking those up and putting them on a shelf. But the dispensers were why I collected.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of got old because they were putting them out so infrequently. And I got out of it. So I sold my entire collection off, got a few $1,000s for everything. So I had some really rare pieces. And at that point, all I had was a VCR and a couple VHS tapes. So I figured, well, DVD's the new hot thing now. I'll finally get a DVD player, maybe a couple movies. I think I went out and bought every Tim Burton movie, every Quentin Tarantino movie that was out at the time, plus a few others like probably Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka, stuff like that. Bought all that stuff, and I had a little pile of movies, and from there it just immediately started a whole new obsession. And I just started buying movies just over and over and over again. Before I knew it, I had a big whole wall full of movies.
And you've been with your wife since you were in high school, right?
Yeah, that would have been high school, yeah.
So was that the time period when you were dating her?
2001. No, that would have been my first year of college, actually.
Okay, so were you with her then, or were you after?
No, I was dating another girl at the time.
Okay, so you found her later. So
yeah.
Had you already had your obsession when you found your wife?
It wasn't quite as crazy. It took a few years for me to get like this, like what it is now. Before it was just kind of when I first started for the first couple of years, it was pick up a few things here or there every now and then. Kind of like if I happened to be somewhere and saw movies, I would buy them, but I didn't necessarily actively go out and hunt them down. But over the years, it evolved into this. So when my wife and I first met, I wasn't as obsessed. It was just kind of, picking up some stuff randomly here and there every so often, maybe one or two titles a week, as opposed to, 20 a week.
How does she think about it? What does she think about it?
She doesn't care as long as I keep it down here in the library. She basically went, this is your room, do whatever you want with it, just keep it down here.
So has the library always been here in the same spot?
No, this is, I guess, the fourth library. The first library, I guess, would have been my old bedroom, which is actually in this house. This was the house that I actually grew up in. I inherited it from my father when he passed away.
Oh, okay.
And so I guess my bedroom would technically be the first library. It had a whole wall of just shelves that everything was on. Then I moved out with my wife. We got a condo, and I had the spare bedroom was the library. Then when my father passed away, we moved back into this house. I took my brother's old bedroom upstairs, converted that into the library, and then I very quickly ran out of space, so I turned the basement into a library. So.
And are you running out of room?
At the moment, I'm still good, but it's only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. So do you remember the first DVD and VHS you put in the library?
No, like I said, when I first started collecting, I know I went out and bought all the Quentin Tarantino and Tim Burton movies that were out at the time, and I think Wizard of Oz and Willy Wonka, stuff like that, maybe Gremlins, some of those classics, probably Ghostbusters. I bought a lot of that stuff. So I didn't buy just one thing. It was a bunch of stuff all at the same time.
So did your Disney obsession come later?
My Disney obsession?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came later. I actually, for a while there, really wasn't all that into Disney until, what movie came out? Emperor's New Groove. When that movie came out, I saw it, and it, like, rejuvenated my love for Disney, and then at that point, I became obsessed again. And then, my wife and I got married in 2010. We went down to Walt Disney World, and that really bumped it all up. I had been to Walt Disney World twice before, but this was, like, the first time ever going without my family, so it's, kind of like, I mean, it was my wife and I, but it was still kind of a me trip, so I was,
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, about Disney World, because, we all of us that watch your Disney vacation, and we feel like we're there with you.
Not everybody watches those videos.
Really?
It's a shame, because out of all the videos I make every year, the ones that get that are the most pain in the butt to make are the Disney ones, because I'm shooting all day. I'm out all day. I get home at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got to edit all that. I'm up to like 5 o'clock getting these videos done. And I mean, a lot of people watch them, but I'd say they get half the views because people just want to see movies all the time. So
I love the Disney ones.
Thank you. At least somebody's enjoying them.
I told my wife, I said I'm worried about him because the hurricane's coming through, and there'll be no Disney there anymore. Huh?
Yeah, it'll be gone by the time I get down there.
It'll be gone. Disney might be gone too.
No, Disney's pretty good. If they have any damage at all, they'll have it fixed within like a day.
Yeah, I like those videos. Like I told her, you're going to be it's that time of the year again when you're going back down there.
I'll be back down in like 20 days or so.
Yeah, I bet you're biting at the bit, aren't you?
I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Star Wars World won't be done yet, though.
No, it's Galaxy's Edge. No, that won't be done. I don't know. I don't think they have a date on that yet. Toy Story Land opens up next year, but I don't think they have an actual date yet for Galaxy's Edge yet.
Are you gonna when they open it? Are you gonna stay in the hotel too, the big Star Wars hotel?
No. I think first off, that's only like a limited time thing. You can only stay like so many days in there.
Oh.
So if I did, you'd have to do like 4 days or whatever there, and then switch over to another hotel. But on top of that, it's probably like $9 billion, and I don't have that kind of money.
They just announced too they're doing a Star Wars cruise.
Really?
Disney's doing a cruise.
I'm sure that's costly too.
They're gonna make anything they can money wise off Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be unreal. So, like I said, I watch your videos a lot, and I see that you you upgrade a lot.
Mm-hmm.
From VHS to DVD
I would say
to Blu-ray.
a lot, but I do.
Well, I mean, it seems like a lot when you watch the videos, because you're upgrading and stuff. Now, do you just get rid of the VHS and sell it on your store?
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking from DVD to Blu-ray, but yeah, from VHS, I do upgrade. I sell them on the store usually.
Is it just because you like that quality better, or what?
When it comes to VHS, I really only keep it if it's if it has really good artwork or something like that. I have the entire Friday the 13th collection on VHS, and I have that because it has great artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, well, I shouldn't. I actually have it twice or three times then on DVD. Anyway, I like really good artwork. So if I buy something I have on VHS and I get it on DVD or Blu-ray and the artwork's really cool on VHS, I'll keep it. If it just has a lame artwork or the same artwork, then there's really no reason for me to hold on to it.
Well, let me ask you this: what's the purpose of leaving it in its package?
What do you mean?
You've got some stuff I've heard you say you're going to leave it in the package, not even open it.
That's usually just because maybe I'll have for instance, I just bought some Disney movies on DVD that were still sealed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep those sealed because there's no reason for me to open them. I have the movies on Blu-ray. If I want to watch them, I'll just pop the Blu-ray in.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I don't usually keep stuff sealed necessarily because I'm gonna watch it.
So you've watched pretty much every movie you have?
No, not even close.
I hear you. Like the last video you just got Shameless. One of
yes,
the last videos.
I now have seasons 1 through 6. Yeah.
And you've never watched any of them yet?
No, I'm gonna wait till this show's over and then just marathon it. I like to do stuff like that. I get way behind on stuff because of that, but I don't like waiting. I don't like watching stuff and then waiting another year for the next season to come out or something like that. I just want to sit down, just bust through the whole thing.
There's been times when you have though.
When I have what?
Watched seasons of stuff, like you watched Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yes, you are correct. I wanted to see that so badly that I did actually pick up the first season, watch it, and I watched the second season. Yeah.
Did you watch Stranger Things yet?
No, I have not. I do need to watch that though.
You got it on DVD or Blu-ray?
Yeah, I have the what is it, the? I'm trying. It doesn't say. It's a promotional piece because it hasn't been released on DVD yet.
Yeah, it's on DVD. It's on
Blu-ray. Oh, they finally released it.
Oh yeah, it's on Blu-ray and DVD.
Okay, 'cause at the time I got that set, the DVD and Blu-ray hadn't been released yet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a special promotional thing that some people who watched my video from California sent me.
I remember seeing when that came in.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was the whole thing or not because you said you.
Yeah, it's the whole thing apparently.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Speaking of that, what was the first thing somebody sent you?
I don't remember. I remember the first thing that I was really blown away by was the Coffin Joe trilogy. It comes like the big coffin set. That was the first thing I remember somebody sending me that I was like, wow, somebody actually sent this to me because I was out of print. It cost a lot of money. That was the first amazing thing. I'm sure people sent me stuff before that, but I can't really remember what it was necessarily.
I think the first time I really saw people send you anything in a video was when you got your Nakatomi Plaza, and you just kept on bringing stuff out of that box. I was like, holy crap, man! there
was a drone in there.
Yeah, I mean there. I was just waiting. I remember the guy. Is he the same guy that sent you the Xbox 360 or whatever with? And then you went and got.
I want to say that was somebody else.
I remember. I mean, it's unreal what people send you, man. It's just yeah. I mean, I remember the boxes. That one time that you had to have the guy bring. You had the thing that you had to.
The big cart,
huge boxes of shit, man. You're like, oh my god, where am I gonna put this?
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy. People are awesome.
Does it get overwhelming sometimes to you?
Not necessarily.
Now, why don't you collect cassette tapes?
I would never listen to them. Like it would be a waste.
But you've gotten a lot lately.
Sent to me. I got a bunch. Or actually, I had a friend give me some too. So I do have some up for sale in the store, but they would just collect dust. I wouldn't even watch them or let me listen to them.
Do they do pretty good on the store for you?
If it's something like metal or punk or I don't know, like a '90s rock or something like that, they'll sell.
So you went from having a day job to having no job. We all saw that if we watch your videos. And if I remember right, the job that you put, the first one you had for like 15 years or so.
Yeah, I had that job for like 16 years. Yeah, and then they got rid of my department and laid me off.
You know, was that hard for you because you are older now and you were there for so long? Was it one of those things where you're like, holy crap, what am I going to do now?
It was. At first, I kind of freaked out because I had been there for 16 years. And that was a job I got out of college, and I just stuck with it because it was a really, really amazing job. I mean, I would take a job like that back in a heartbeat. As much as I love doing cinema sickness all the time, if somebody said, hey, you can have that job back, I'd be like, done, I'm taking it. I got paid really well. I didn't really do very much. I mean, it was a really cushy, good job, and I loved it for 16 years. So yeah, at first I freaked out because I was like, okay, I'm married, I have a house, I have a son. What am I going to do? But it all worked out in the end because I guess you were going to bring up I had that car dealership job for 4 days.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when I started watching you. Actually, is when in between your job and your car dealership job.
That's when you started watching.
Yeah, that's when I started watching.
Yeah, that I got because I basically took that job because I was freaking out. Like, what am I going to do? I need money. I need to have a job. And I had a friend who actually worked there. And she got me an interview, and the manager just hired me right on the spot, which was great and all. Unfortunately, I didn't really realize what the job was necessarily until 4 days in, and I was like, this is not for me. And then after that, I had that warehouse job, and I was there for 6 months, and then they wanted to change my hours on me, just out of the blue. And, I have a kid, I have a wife who works evenings, so that I wasn't going to work.
So you just decided to start Cinema Sickness, the store?
Yeah, it was at that point. I think when I quit that job, I had been basically living off the store for 4 months at that point. Mm-hmm. All my paychecks from that job, I was just putting in the bank and just living off the store. So at that point, I figured, well, I'm doing pretty well. I have, I had a pretty decent savings as well. So I figured if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to do Cinema Sickness full time, my videos, the store, all that stuff. Now's the time. This is right now. I'm never gonna have the opportunity to do this again. I have savings. I'm doing pretty well. This is now the time to do it. And I just said, the heck with it. I talked to my wife, and she was like, she agreed. She said, if you're gonna do this, do it now. So I said, the heck with it. I quit that job and decided not to look for a new one. Just do this 100%.
Now, I remember here, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, I could be wrong on that time. Didn't you say that you're going to do an extension on the store and start doing more Halloween stuff?
I was going to, but shipping it's such a pain to figure that out. I sold a couple things, and I was like, I want to just stick with media. It's so much easier to send stuff media mail.
It's so much cheaper. Easier and cheaper, right?
Yeah, if I ever open a brick and mortar store, if I ever do that, which that would be my dream, to open an actual real legitimate brick and mortar store. At that point, I would sell all kinds of stuff. Not only media, but I'd sell nostalgic stuff and Halloween stuff, just anything cool I see when I'm out and about. That'd be awesome. So maybe someday.
Yeah, because I was like, what happened to that? I remember you were getting some stuff and then you just disappeared.
Nah, I decided not to do that.
And then
just stick with media. Media's doing well.
And all your stuff's on Instagram.
Yep.
Let me just ask you, what made you want to do Instagram as opposed to any other type of format?
Everybody else takes your money. eBay takes your money. Amazon takes your money. All those people, they take their cut. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to deal with that.
But then Instagram banned you for a couple days because you put too many pictures up?
Yeah, apparently I was posting too much stuff at one time. So apparently that's a thing. Just heads up to people out there: if you post a lot of pictures all at one time, they don't like that. Apparently, they think you're spamming.
Well, I've been doing my Facebook live show since January, and had fan base of 45,000 people a month. And then one day I go do my live and I can't do it. It says cannot connect, and I go on the internet and I look for, you can go on the internet and find out anything, okay, about anything nowadays. So I go in there and I find out, it's a bug that they randomly give people. They randomly give these bugs to people, and then you got to wait like 6 months to a year to even get your shit back. And I'm like,
wow.
So then I try to YouTube. YouTube, you have to have 1,000 followers or subscribers to go live, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? So then I decided, I'll just do it on I tried Periscope, which I've seen you try that before too, because I've seen some of your earlier videos.
It's
hideous.
I like the idea, but it's bad.
It's hideous. It's horrible.
Yeah. I
can't stand it.
Trying to have like a perfect 100%, amazing connection, and even then it's probably not going to work right.
And then I tried to do Instagram. I hated that. I hated Instagram.
There's an Instagram Live?
Yeah, they have Instagram Live, but I hated that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but they only keep the video for 24 hours and they delete it.
Yeah.
But you can take the video like you can on Facebook and all the rest of it.
Okay.
But I hated that, so I said, I'll just use my wife's Facebook. So then I'm trying to build my YouTube, but YouTube's such a bitch to try to build too. I look at yours and I'm like, how in the hell has he got so many people to subscribe to him?
I don't have that many.
you got over 2,000.
I'm getting up on like I think 7,000 now.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
It is.
So
when I hit 100,000, then it'll be a lot.
It'll be a lot then.
Yeah.
Then you'll be like, wow.
When they send me one of those little trophy things, I'll say, okay, now it's a lot.
And I noticed that you don't monetize all your videos.
Yeah, they're all monetized.
Are they? Because sometimes I don't get commercials in your videos.
They're all monetized though.
Well, okay, cool. Has that been good for you, monetizing them at all yet?
It was, and then the whole adpocalypse thing hit, and it cut my profits in half. So.
No, what's that?
What happened with the adpocalypse was a bunch of big companies who were advertising on YouTube pulled out because they didn't want their videos on things like let's say some guy's talking about how much he loves Nazis or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Coca-Cola doesn't want their ad showing before that video, and they were getting mad because stuff like that was happening, and these companies pulled out and took a big cut out of ad revenue. And now what's really annoying is they're trying to do this thing where somehow I don't know how it works. There's some algorithm or something that YouTube can tell if your video violates something, and it might not because of that it might not have all ads playing, or might not have any ads playing at all. But the crazy thing is how do they know are they picking up on your voice or what? I have no idea how they know. But a lot of people are having issues with that because for instance, a lot of times I'll upload a video, and as soon as it gets uploaded, just like that, boom, it's hit with, this video is not suitable for all advertisers. Why? It's a video about me talking about movies or out hunting for movies at a Goodwill. What's not friendly about that? I keep all my stuff PC. They're very family friendly. I don't curse anymore. You go back and watch my old videos, that's not the case. But nowadays, I don't do that or anything like that. So my videos are 100% family friendly, and YouTube keeps agreeing with me because you can actually request that they do a manual view of your video, and if they do that, they go, okay, yeah, your video is ad friendly. They set it back to normal monetization, and they keep doing that. So I've contacted YouTube and said, look, my videos keep getting hit with this, and you guys then keep reviewing them and okaying them. So obviously my videos are okay. Every single video that has been hit with that has been okayed. So there's obviously something going wrong here, and they refuse to give me an answer. They keep just giving me copy and paste answers. They will not let me know what's going on. I've asked them, I said, well, if you hit my video with this and it gets okayed, any ad revenue that I lose out of that, who's going to pay me for that? And they just say nothing.
Facebook's the same way. Facebook's the same way. I've tried to send them message after message to get back the same thing. Oh, we like that you sent us your problems and we're working on it. And none of these places have phone numbers, so you can't get a hold of nobody.
Nope.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass, really. You know, like
it is. They don't care as long as the money's coming in. That's all I care about.
Like Facebook now, you can do ads on there now.
I heard that, yeah.
But you got to have so many people that watches your. It's stupid because say I have a show that does 1,000 views, and then I have a show that does 200, and I have another one that does 1,000. Then I got to start all over from the beginning.
What do you mean?
Because you have to have 3 consecutive shows that have over 1,000 views to be able to go live and get ads.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous. I'm telling you.
That is stupid.
They have these people. Me and you. I think you agree. They have to get these platforms better. They really have to get these platforms better. I mean, because look at a guy like you. How many videos you have now?
Thousands.
Thousands, exactly. So why can't they do for people like you or me, who I've already got 400 videos, give us some kind of leeway? You know, it's like you know, what's it going to hurt for you to help us make a little bit of money? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think it's only a matter of time till something else comes along. As soon as somebody figures out a better way to do this and whatnot, and something gains some traction, YouTube's going to die. With all the issues they're having, with how many people are upset, because it's not. I mean, they don't really care about people like you and me. Whatever. No. I mean, somebody with 7,000 subscribers, that's nothing to YouTube. The problem is, though, is that a lot of the bigger YouTubers are also having issues, and they're getting pissed off as well. And some of them have actually already left. And it's only a matter of time till more and more of these people keep leaving. And again, if something better comes along, and all of them just move over there, they're going to be hurting. Because where the bigger names go, the little names are going to follow as well. So, you know, if these huge people with millions of subscribers go to somewhere else, people like you and me are going to go, well, I'm going to go over there too.
Yeah, definitely.
And then YouTube's dead. So I think it's only a matter of time. I don't know when, but I think YouTube someday will be gone. Something else will take over.
So let me ask you this, what's the most thing that really makes you happy when you're out looking for things?
Finding really rare out-of-print stuff for really cheap.
Now, do you know in your head that those are rare, or do you have to refer to your information?
Half and half. Some things I know. I'm like, oh, this is something really rare and obscure. Other stuff, I have no idea. A lot of times, I'll be like, oh, I picked up this movie that I really want to see. It looks pretty cool. I've heard it's really good. I'll say that in the video, and then I'll get comments back saying, do you know how rare that is? That's been out of print for years. It goes for like hundreds of dollars online. I'm like, I had no idea. I just picked it up because I thought it was cool.
That's like me the other day. I picked up Meghan Trainor's special edition of her one album. So I looked on Amazon to see how much it's worth. It's actually a import, and it's worth almost $50. And I got it for like $6 at Dollar General.
Nice.
I'm like, what the hell, you know? I'm like, is there more? You know, because you got to go by Amazon prices. You know, eBay. People go by eBay, but I think it's stupid. The prices by eBay.
You can go by eBay, but you have to look up what it's sold for.
Yeah.
So you go in, you say like, Heroes Season 1, and they could be listed as like $50, everybody. But then you click on how much has it sold for, and you see $5, $3, $2. That's how you price stuff.
Yeah, I just
a lot of people unfortunately don't do that. A lot of people just go, oh, well, it's selling $50. It must be a $50 movie. No.
Okay, now since we're on the subject of inflated prices,
you're talking to VHS.
Yes. Could you please tell people? Could you please tell people that might watch this later that their damn VHS are not worth? Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on. No, we're gonna.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me find something here, okay? Let me see if I can find it real quick. God dang, I got so much crap in here. I just knocked down it too. Okay, I got a diamond edition. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. I just got it at Goodwill, by the way, because I learned from what you said and went to Goodwill and found it. Anyway, I got a diamond edition of something. I can't find it at this moment. And can you please tell people that they're not worth what they think they are?
No, they're worth about $1 tops. If you have one sealed, maybe $5.
That's a diamond edition, right?
Well, here I got all those back. Oh, things falling. All those back there.
Yeah.
So if they're worth thousands of dollars each, I'm officially a millionaire.
Mine's a Beauty and the Beast in this diamond edition. I got it for $1. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me?
That's all really worth. Open, they're worth that much.
Yeah, I mean, why do people think they're worth so much money? What started that?
Because people are really stupid.
But what started that craze? Do you know what even started that craze?
Well, what happened? Well, see, the way eBay works is if I list something for $1 million, and then somebody goes and lists the same thing, it shows you that, Cinema Sickness listed this movie for $1 million, and that person will go, oh, then it must be worth $1 million, and then another person does it, and another person does it, and before you know, you have 20 listings or whatever. If something, this remote that's worth $1, it's now worth $1 million apparently. So it's stupid. And then of course things like Facebook, those stupid clickbait ads come on, and it shows that why is like everything? Sorry, I just turned on my TV with the Roku remote. I did not mean to do that. There we go. So Facebook then posts those stupid clickbait things, saying like, "Oh, your VHS tapes could be worth $1 million." And, yeah.
So is the Little Mermaid Penis Edition worth anything?
I think I sold that for like $5. That's about it.
So it's not worth nothing either.
Not really.
Or any of those old ones where Simba kicks up the dust and it says something, and all those theories that Disney has all these little. Like the Emperor's New Groove, you're talking about that. That's got some stuff that's supposed to be,
Which one?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's supposed to have some kind like one of the girls is taking a bath and she gets out and you can see her naked or something in it for like a split second.
I'll have to look into that.
Look at the theories of the Disney movies, man. There's all kinds of theories that, Simba's, or no, not Scar and, what's his name? His dad. Mufasa.
Mufasa? Yeah.
They kick up dust and it says sex in it or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? You can plainly see the penis though on the Little Mermaid cover.
You can, but from what I've heard, I've read into that. Apparently, it was a legitimate mistake. Like it was not actually meant to do that. That's what I heard anyway.
How do you just make a mistake and put a penis on a cover of a kid's movie?
Well, if you look at all the spires, they all kind of have that sort of shape. It's just that one looks a little bit more.
So what's the most expensive piece you have?
I honestly have no idea. I'm not really one of those people who look up prices on stuff.
Right.
I collect to watch. If I have a super expensive, rare, out-of-print DVD, I don't really go, oh, I have this because it's super rare. I have it because I want to watch it. So I'm not 100% sure. I do have Song of the South on Laserdisc. I think that goes for like $100, but I'm sure I have something worth more than that.
That's not even on Blu-ray, right?
No, Song of the South was only released on VHS in Europe. I have that released as well, and released on Laserdisc in Japan. That was it. Never got a U.S. release.
Why?
Because it's culturally insensitive.
And
so,
I don't understand that, but okay, if you say so.
That's what they say.
So, probably what's your favorite movie then?
Probably Young Frankenstein.
Really?
I'd say. Yeah.
The reason why?
I don't know. I'm just a big fan. I think it's a really, really well done movie.
I figured you were gonna say like some Star Wars movie or something.
I'm gonna re-plug up my phone. Hold on a sec. Ugh. It's giving me a low battery signal. And I haven't plugged into my computer. That's probably why.
Because you are a big Star Wars fan, right?
I wouldn't say I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I am. I do like Star Wars.
Because Chris is not a Star Wars fan, right? He's a Star Trek fan.
Chris, I think he likes Star Wars, but he really likes Star Trek more. Which is why I always give him a hard time. And I love incorrectly calling Star Trek Star Wars. It drives me nuts.
So is he really like he is in the videos?
Yeah, he's more shy and quiet.
Moody?
Although, well,
is he as moody as you portray him to be in the video?
He's more quiet and shy, but he has been known to say things that are rather amusing and a little dirty.
Do you all ever fight over anything?
Yeah, Chris and I have been known to bicker. Rick calls us an old married couple. We do argue from time to time.
I'm talking about when you go to find something and both of you want it,
Sometimes I mean, I've been doing this for so long now. I kind of have an eye for stuff. Like when even when I'm filming, I can like spot something really good. Like it just, I don't know, like it glows, it pops out at me. So there are times where I'm filming and stuff, and Chris is looking as well. I just find like all the good stuff, and Chris sometimes gets a little upset, but he finds good stuff as well that I miss out on sometimes.
So you met all those guys just from doing this show, right?
Yeah, they were all viewers first before for anything. I met them because like Chris, he was actually from Detroit and moved out to Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area, and he was like, hey, I watch your videos. I want to go hit up Jake's. Maybe we'll meet up sometime. And we kind of like would run into each other every now and then. And then finally it got to the point where I was like, why don't we actually go do some hunting? Do you want to be in a video? And he was in a couple videos, and then from there, I think our big trip is when we went out, the first time we went out to Gettysburg. I was like, hey, you want to go on like an actual, I found out he was like really into Gettysburg. And I was like, do you want to actually go out there? We can shoot a whole video on the way out there and hang out, and we did that, and from there we just became friends.
I like that video. That's a good video. You all just did a new Gettysburg one, too.
Yeah, we've done like 3 or 4 at this point. He loves Gettysburg. He's a big fan. He's really into the Civil War, and it's like his favorite battle, so we do go out there a lot.
So he's into the whole history stuff a lot.
He is, yes. Yeah.
As you are. You're into biography and A&E and all those kind of videos.
Yeah, that's where we probably fight the most, is when one of us come across a really good documentary.
How did you successfully do the Laserdisc thing?
Oh, the trade?
Yeah.
It wasn't that difficult because Chris is a bit more picky about his titles than I am. Like, I like a lot more genres and a lot more different titles that he does. He kind of has a specific sort of likes. So it wasn't super difficult, but there were a few titles that were a little difficult. Some stuff that we had to like, okay, I'll give you this if you give me this.
Well, did that just fall into your lap, that whole deal?
Yeah, the guy contacted me and said I think he had just unfortunately got a divorce and was moving into a new apartment, and he didn't really have the room to bring that boatload of Laserdiscs, and he just wanted to get rid of them. Basically, he wanted to just get rid of them, and he wanted I believe he wanted a what's the new a Switch. He wanted a Nintendo Switch, and he basically said he's like, just give me what the price I need for the Switch. I think you need like $300 or something like that.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So Chris and I just split the difference, gave 150 both to him, and he got his Switch, and Chris and I both got a whole bunch of Laserdiscs. It's pretty awesome.
What about your obsession with getting more than one of each kind of device?
You mean players or?
Yeah, players.
It's kind of like a lot of people like video game collectors. They want to have a Sega Genesis. They want to have the Atari systems. They want to have the Nintendo system. They want to have all the different systems. It's the same thing. I'm like, okay, I gotta have a Blu-ray player. I gotta have a DVD player. I gotta have a VHS,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having some of the same kind. Because you got how many? What is it that you got the most of? Players. The same kind of player.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Oh, you mean why do I have like 15 Laserdisc players?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because I don't know. When I come across a Laserdisc player for like $2-3 at Works, it's like I can't pass it up. I gotta pick it up. Do I need it? No, but they don't make them anymore. They're hard. They're getting harder and harder to find.
So is that the only one that you got an obsession with, or is it?
Oh no, I pick up anything. If I come across an HDD player, or beta player, CED, anything like that, I'll buy it. I actually have. This is probably, even though people think 15 Laserdisc players is crazy, and it is, but I actually have 2 HD VMD players, both boxed. That most people don't even know what that is. That's the thing I look at and go, I can't believe I have 2 of these. Like that's crazy.
that's wild, man. See, where I live, I can't find an HDD player. I can't find a Laserdisc player. I can't find a CED player because I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Like maybe 5 years ago or so, I was coming across them all the time. I mean, well, HD DVD, of course, because that had just died. So I was seeing those. But even Laserdisc and CED, like they were everywhere. I would go to a flea market, Craigslist, yard sale. I mean, wherever I would find Laserdisc and CED players all over the place. And then out of nowhere, it just dried up. I rarely come across them now.
Yeah, I got a bunch of HD DVD, but I have no player for it. So, I got a friend.
Maybe we'll work something out. I got a few.
Anyone work something out? You got a few. That's cool. My wife's like, why do you gotta have so many of everything? And I'm like, because I want to build this empire for my grandkids.
There you go.
You know, my grandkids are like 3, and I'm fixing to have one in November. Another grandkid, a girl, River, and I've been stocking up on all these girl Disney and all these girl titles, and you know, Magic School Bus, and you know, I want them to be able to come in my room and watch it with me. So that way, when I die,
the sad thing is you say you're buying Disney and Disney Princess stuff for your granddaughter, Magic School Bus for your granddaughter. I bought it for me.
Yeah, but you're talking. But let's face it, okay? You got to be the biggest Spice Girls fan in the world.
There's that there.
And
there you go.
And everybody looks at you and goes, "He likes punk and the Spice Girls."
Yes.
What's the? I gotta ask you, what's the fascination with Spice Girls?
I'm trying to think of how they even started. I guess back in high school when they got really big, I had some female friends who were really into them, and I just started listening to them, and I was like, I don't know, something about them just it worked for me. And I was like, these girls were awesome, and I got really into them, and they were really into them, and like I just became obsessed, and it's never stopped. Like I think it also brings me back to like a really good time to listen to that music.
Yeah.
It makes me remember like being in like I guess it was high school at the time, I guess, or was it? No, I think it was actually middle school. So it just takes me back to that time period when they were really big and popular. I was in a band at that time and whatnot, so it just takes me back.
So with the Spice Girls, did you listen to punk and the Spice Girls?
Yeah.
So I remember hearing you talk about how you look like a punker and all that stuff back in the day. So you look like that and listen to Spice Girls.
Yeah, I'd have my spiked out hair and bracelets with spikes all over them, and I'd have like plaid bondage pants, and like boots all laced up and whatnot, and I'd be rocking out the Spice Girls.
And nobody give you shit?
No.
Really? That's funny.
I feel like scary. Nobody wanted to give me shit.
Is that you said you had a band back then?
I did. Yeah, I was in a band.
What happened with that?
We were together about 2 years. My brother was actually the drummer. He plays drums, and him and I kind of were like, hey, let's start a band. And it was fine. Unfortunately, my bassist and I, we were really into like more harder punk rock music, and my brother was really into Blink-182 and stuff like that, and that wasn't really our thing. And we kind of ended up just not really. We wanted to go in different directions with music, so we ended up just stopping. Unfortunately, it was a shame too, because at that point there was like a record label who was like a local record label who wanted to come out and see us and everything like that. And we were all excited, and then he was like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
Can you just find somebody else?
We probably could have, but I don't know. I guess we just.
Do you miss it?
I do. It was fun being in a band. I was the lead singer and guitarist, and it was fun.
Now, is there footage of this shit around anywhere?
There's no footage of it. It's not that I know of. I know I have friends who back in the day shot footage of it. I don't know. It'd be cool if they still had those. There's old like camcorder cassettes around. That'd be awesome. But
no demos.
No footage.
You didn't do no demos. No nothing like that.
Yeah, there's. I posted a video maybe about a month or so ago of some of the songs.
Oh, I never seen that video.
Yeah, it's just basically it just plays like 5 or so of the songs.
What's the response been since you put the video up?
People actually said they liked it.
Does it amaze you after all these years that you have so many people that just watch you religiously and send you stuff and like have gone out and become you, tried to become you? I mean, they try to imitate you.
It's pretty awesome. It is really cool. It's very humbling. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, like I said, I've watched every video for at least a year and a half, and it kind of got me to want to, do what I do, except for I like vinyl. You don't like vinyl.
I have nothing wrong with vinyl. I think vinyl's cool. I mean, I collect laser discs, so I totally understand why people collect vinyl. It makes 100% sense to me. It's just that it would collect dust. I would never listen to them.
It's just coming from a punk standpoint. I'm surprised you don't have vinyl, because everything
I used
is
to have a
punk.
vinyl collection. Back in high school, I actually had a collection of them, and I ended up selling them off like years and years and years ago to a friend of mine.
Really?
Because again, I wasn't listening to them. Like I had them all, and maybe back in high school I listened to them, and once like I got into college and graduated, I they were just sitting in like a milk crate that was for like all these years.
Have they done good on the store?
It depends. Vinyl doesn't sell crazy well. It just kind of, I have to find somebody who's in the vinyl, and then they'll sell. So I have sold some, but not a lot. So I'm kind of picky about what I picked up. Like actually, spoiler, I just picked up the other day the Fat Boys. You know who they are?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I picked up a Fat Boys. Their Wipeout single on vinyl, which is a really cool find, and that'll be up on the store soon.
Yeah,
I haven't even showed that off in a video yet.
That's cool. You know, I'd say if you found more metal and stuff like that, you'd probably sell a crap.
Oh yeah, if I came across like, I don't know, Metallica or Megadeth or something cool like that, yeah, that would probably sell.
Do you ever get like just bummed out at all when you go out and look for stuff?
What? I don't. It doesn't matter to me whether I'm finding a lot of stuff or like nothing, whatever. That's not my problem. My issue that gets me upset is filming, because you have to deal with people when you're filming, like people making loud noises or crowding the area. And I mean, I know these people are just living their lives. I'm not actually getting mad at them, but it's really annoying when you're trying to film and somebody in the background is talking on the phone, screaming to like their friend or something like that. So that's when I get upset, when I go into a store and I'm like, okay, I want to be here for 5 minutes. I end up being there for like 3 hours.
Do you have to redo stuff sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of times when you see me, when you see on YouTube, it's like the third or fourth take.
Yeah, I bet that gets kind of annoying.
It can, yeah.
You seem like you're the kind of guy that wants everything to be perfect.
I do, yeah. I'm kind of OCD like that, yeah. It drives me nuts when stuff's not like 100%. And a lot of my videos aren't 100%, so they drive me crazy.
Have you thought about doing a bloopers thing?
I used to. I have this horrible habit now, and I got to work on it. When something goes wrong, like I'll be filming and somebody drops a vase in the background of it, in Goodwill. I hit stop. I don't know why I do that. I got to keep recording. Like the other day, I don't remember, that old man yelled at me, and I caught like a very little bit of it at the end of the video. I was so mad. I'm like, why did I stop recording? I mean, he cursed me out pretty good. I'm like, that would have been a great ending to the video, but oh well. I gotta work on that. I gotta stop hitting that stop button.
Hey, I got cussed out one time doing a video. I was interviewing. Oh shit, what's the name of the wrestler? Can't think of his name right now. Oh, Chavo Guerrero. Have you ever heard of Chavo Guerrero?
The name sounds familiar. Is he a newer wrestler or an older wrestler?
No, older. His brother is Eddie Guerrero, you know who Eddie Guerrero is? The guy that died. He was a wrestler back in the day when you were watching wrestling.
His name sounds so familiar, but I can't put a face on who they are.
Anyway, I was interviewing Fit Finley, which is a great wrestler from the WWE, and he told Chavo to come over and talk to me. Well, we were at this event, and I said, hey, how'd you get here? And he looks at me and goes, if you don't have to know how I got here, then I'm not going to talk to you. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about your wrestling career. I'm talking about the event. And he just throws his finger up to me and says, F you, and walks away. I got it all on video. Wow. But I'm a nice guy, and I don't want to call his ass out and put it on video. Even though I just told the story, I do have it on video. I mean, it's just, people don't have to be rude. I mean, it's like the guy that, my friend told me the other day, he was coming out of the post office and he held the door for a black woman, and she started cussing him out and telling him, I don't need no white honky to hold the door for me. And I mean,
okay,
what is this world going to? It's freaking crazy. I'm trying not to cuss because you don't cuss on your show, and I usually cuss.
People just want to be a jerk these days, unfortunately, I think.
And you see that probably when you're out videoing, don't you?
It doesn't happen a lot, actually. Most people can give me a look like, what's this crazy guy doing? But I don't usually get yelled at too much. But that guy was just some old crotchety old man looking through CDs, and I think I was trying to, I forget what I was trying to film, but I was on maybe my third take. I kept stumbling on some word and kept driving me nuts. So about the third time I did it, the guy's like, shut the F up, and yada yada yada. Luckily, apparently, there's a guy there who was actually a viewer of mine. I had no idea who this guy was. And he goes, hey, this is Cinema Sickness. He's trying to do his video. I'm like, well.
Hey, well, yeah. I mean, come on, man. I was in a Dollar. I was so pissed. I was at the Dollar Tree on Wednesday because I told you I went to Ollie's because he just opened one. Thank you for that, the Ollie's tip, because I went and I got some cool stuff from Ollie's on DVD and Blu-ray. But anyway, so I go over to the Dollar Tree and I'm like, do you have any DVDs? Oh, they're going to be put out on Friday. We have them in the back room. I'm like, son of a sickness, I hate you. Because I know that you went through all of them, you know, in your town, you know. You know,
well,
so
sometimes, you know, they'll be nice and I'll let you look. Other times,
I asked, she wouldn't let me. She said no,
yeah,
on Friday.
It all depends on who the manager is. The manager at the store that I go to, I always go to that one because I know he's kind of cool, and he usually lets me go in the back. But I tried to do that at other stores, and they said no.
It looks like there's a lot of good stuff that went out on Friday.
There's some decent stuff. I actually went out hunting today, and my video that'll be up tomorrow for today is me just out at Dollar Trees.
Cool. So maybe we see some new stuff then.
Yeah.
Cool. And as far as that goes, are you getting any shit about eating anymore? Because you were before.
That's amusing because I mean, okay, I don't eat well, but people in my videos would see me like eat at get lunch every day. Like, yeah, I went out to get lunch every day when I worked at
It's a normal thing.
And people are like, oh, you eat heartily. Like, you're eating me one meal. You have no idea what I had for breakfast. You have no idea what I snacked on during the day. You have no idea what I eat for lunch. Maybe I'm eating why do you like me having salads all day, but then I have a hot dog? You know what I mean? Like, nobody has any idea. And it got to the point where I was only showing me eating really horrible stuff in my videos because I just wanted to mess with people. And people just got on me about that. It was crazy.
Do you just tell them, hey, it's my video, man, it's my life? I mean, how do you go about that?
I just don't care. I'm like, whatever.
Huh? You know, I mean, are they still doing that to you?
No, not really. That's well, now that I don't do I don't know like vlog style videos like I was doing. I kind of stopped doing that. I don't really show me eating too much in it, so nobody really gives me a flack anymore.
Everything we ever see is pizza anymore.
yeah.
I mean, you have to be the pizza person, man.
It is my all-time favorite food. I love pizza. When somebody says, hey, you want to get pizza? The answer is yes.
Or Arby's.
Arby's is good too, although I would prefer pizza over Arby's.
See, they need to give you like a they need to give you some money for like mentioning all these places all the time.
Sponsorship, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, because I talk about Discogs all the time.
Middle of my video, I'm like, Arby's.
Have you ever heard of Discogs?
Yes.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time because it's like the holy grail to go find any kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you tried to use it before to sell stuff?
No, I've never tried to sell anything on there. I've looked up information on stuff. Like every now and then, I'll get like some really weird like punk CD that I can't find any information on, and they'll have like all the track listings and like who was the singer and stuff, and what year it came out, what record label, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, sometimes it even goes to where the damn vinyl was even pressed.
Yeah,
you know?
it's pretty amazing. I think the other day, I forget where I was. I came across. It was when I was at the Delco flea market, and I bought that CD that had the wrong CD inside it.
Yeah.
And it was like two punk bands from. It was a split CD. It was two punk bands from Harrisburg, and I had no idea who these guys were. And this Discogs had the information on both bands. It was pretty crazy.
And you were like, "Holy crap!" Right?
Yeah, I was really mad that the wrong CD was in there. But when I found out what CD it was, I was like, well, okay.
And
that's all right.
Before we go, you got another convention you're going to, right?
Yeah, I'll be at RetroCon on the 14th and 15th of October.
Now, what kind
so
of
like the weekend after I get back from Disney, I gotta go to a convention.
Are you liking doing those now?
Yeah, Blobfest was awesome, and I have a feeling this will be even better because unfortunately, Blobfest they had all the guests in this like little room off to the side, and people really didn't know we were there. So people actually like were coming in like looking for me apparently, and people had to like say where I was. Luckily, I hung a banner up outside. But yeah, that was fun and all. I mean, I love Blobfest. I wish they would just put a summer better. So I think RetroCon's going to be awesome because I'll be right on the floor. So that should be a lot of fun.
Do you know some of the people that are coming to it?
I have no idea who's showing up.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Are you going to try to start going to branching out to other conventions too outside of your?
I would like to. This is kind of my test. This will be a 2-day convention, so I'm going to see how it goes, what it's like, how things sell. Because I will be selling store stuff there. So if that goes well and everything's awesome, I'm going to probably set up more conventions. Yeah.
Me and Hope are going to Scarefest here at the end of the month.
You're like the fourth person to mention that to me. Where is this at?
Kentucky, Lexington. And there's 2 punk guys going to be there.
Oh.
Marky
Who's
Ramone.
That? Who?
Marky Ramone.
Oh, okay.
Which I've interviewed before. And
Nice.
Doyle.
Oh, okay.
They're both going to be there signing.
Nice.
But the reason I'm going is because of Robert Englund.
Oh, cool.
And it's because of V, not because of for Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a big V fan. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you remember V or not, but
I have the entire series on DVD.
yeah. So I'm going to go to see him, but we get to go to the black carpet event because I got press passes.
Nice.
So that's where we get to like talk to them and see if they want to interview. We get pictures with them and all that. That way we're not bothering them while they're doing their thing. You know what I mean?
I'm so bad with interviewing people.
Really?
Like when people interview me, I'm like, great, ask me questions, I'll answer whatever you want. But like, when it comes to me interviewing somebody, I'm like, I have no idea what to say.
I've probably interviewed over 3,000 people in my time because I've been doing this since I was like 18, and I'm 45. So I really enjoy doing it, and I don't interview people like normal people do where you just ask a bunch of stupid questions. It's kind of like trying to be like, we've been friends for a long time, we're just chatting,
Mm-hmm.
But you still want people to know exactly, about you because, you do have a hell of a library. I mean, you got everything from VHS to Blu-ray to 4K to reel to
CD,
reel.
HD, VMD.
Oh, one last thing. Why do you have to have the TV you just got?
What do you mean? What?
The free
which,
one.
Oh, which one?
The free one you got?
Oh, why do I have to have it?
Yeah, I mean, see,
what were you going to say?
now, I've been told that CED and stuff like that looks better on those TVs than it does a new TV. Is that
Yes.
a good theory, or is that not a good theory?
No, that's 100% correct. Yes.
Okay.
That's why I've always down here in the library I've had an HD TV, and then right next to it I've had a CRT TV, because when you watch things like Laserdiscs or CED or anything like that, or CED, anything like that on it, Beta, VHS, it's going to look 100 times better on that TV than will an HD TV.
What's CRT mean?
Cathode ray tube.
And what kind of TV?
They'll big giant TVs.
Oh, they're bigger TVs?
Yeah, it's like the TVs from the 90s.
Yeah, but that one you got's not very big.
It is. It's pretty big.
I'm thinking.
The thing weighs like 250 pounds, I think.
And they retail for a pretty high price too, right?
Oh, they don't make those anymore. That's why I was so excited about that.
Cool. So now I know that that's what I got to have is an older TV to watch those type of formats.
Yeah, but what made mine so cool is the fact that it was a very late model, and it actually has HDMI inputs.
Oh,
so
nice.
it actually will display 720p.
And you can use that on stuff that's not HD. I mean
Yeah,
HDMI.
Yeah, you can plug up anything to the back of it, and it looks great.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So, what movie are you gonna watch tonight?
I don't know. I'm really not sure. Usually my way of going what I'm going to watch is I go, okay, I'll watch that.
Oh, so you just like randomly pick it?
Yeah, I mean, every now and then I might know, I just picked up this movie and I really want to see it, but a lot of times I'll just kind of look at a shelf and go, yeah, I haven't seen that yet, I'll watch that.
Do you actually just stroll around and look at it and stuff and go,
I do.
I forgot I had that. Oh, wait a minute. Wow.
I won't lie, I do walk around my library sometimes before I go to bed and just go, yep.
Well, Dave, it's been fun talking to you, man.
Likewise.
How can people get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you?
I guess the best way would be to go to cinemasickness.com, because there's links to everything. You can find links to all my different, my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff's all on there. So if you want to get a hold of me on anywhere, just go there. You can link off that.
Okay. Last thing, are you a Walking Dead fan?
Honestly, I've seen the first 2 episodes of Walking Dead, and that's it. I do have seasons 1 through... What's the last one that came out?
7.
I have seasons 1 through 6, I think, that on Blu-ray, and I haven't watched it yet. Finished about it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go where you can get to doing what you do best, is making your videos and all that, because you probably got a lot to do.
Video, yes.
You probably still got to make a video, so...
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you the best of luck, man. I think it's awesome what you got going on.
Thank you.
Like I said, I religiously watch your videos. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Thanks.
Can't wait for Disney. My wife watches Disney with me, too.
I can't wait either. I'm going to have so much fun. And this is a solo trip, too. I won't be with family or anything.
Oh, you're not going with your family?
Nope, just me, myself, and I.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be me shooting, like, all the time.
Are you going to be, like, bored?
And maybe what?
Bored by yourself?
No. I went down back, I guess, what was that? Was that last? No, 2 Memorial Days. 2 Memorial Days ago. That's hard to say fast. I went down by myself for like 4 days, and that was a blast. The only problem was it wasn't really relaxing because I wanted to get as much in those 4 days as I could. But now I'll be down for 2 weeks by myself. I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm gonna sleep in. I'm gonna just relax. I'm just gonna have a good time.
2 weeks, man. Wow. Last time I went on a trip by myself, it was 2 weeks. I got so homesick. You know, you get away and you're like, man, yeah, I'm gonna be myself. I ain't gotta listen to no kids. I ain't gotta listen to the wife complain or nothing.
I'm gonna miss my son.
And you get there, like I went to Austin for South by Southwest. That's when I went in 2010. I just wanted to go home. I was just so, and I was around all kinds of music because there's music there all day long and movies. And I was just like, man, I want to go home. I didn't enjoy it at all. So I wish you the best of luck for 2 weeks, man.
Thanks.
And stuff, but yeah. So I will have this up on YouTube later on, where you can check it out. I hope you like it, and you know, maybe we can do something some other time when you're out and about or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Show some people actually how you do it, and you know,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, just how you do it, and you know, things like that. Because a lot of people that watch it are trying to do what you're doing, you know? There's a lot of people that never knew how to movie hunt, you know? They just thought you go to Walmart or Target or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just like I just got my shop kick or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that existed. I couldn't understand what you were saying half the time is what it was. Then you said it right, and I was like, holy crap, okay, so that's how he gets all this stuff. So, anyway, but I'm going to let you go. Everybody, I'll be back here in a little bit. And thank you. Hold on one second, Dave.